Hi everyone, hopefully you're doing well. Through all these different changes that we're going through, I know it's really hard, You feel like you're lost, confused, kind of distorted. You don't even know where to put yourself at times. Do you know what? I just want to let you guys know that we're going to be okay. I know it's kind of mind-boggling at times, all the different changes that were going on around the world, but Spirit always comes forth and lets me know that to tell you guys, as me as the messenger, that just take one thing at a time, pace yourself, and keep on doing your inner work, knowing that you're going to be okay. And trust the source. Trust the angels and guides and the loved ones on the other side to help you, as well as people here. But hi everyone, I'm Mark. I'm a spiritual advisor and coach. Welcome to your weekly pick a card. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Pick the pile that you resonate with. Keep in mind, if you don't know, that each pile that I pick, there's messages on each card. And why don't you guys check out the description box below? I offer so many different services. I can really help you on your journey. So why don't you check it out? Also, please subscribe to my channel. This way you can keep up to date with all the info on my channel. And also, I would love you to be part of the spiritual family. So I'm getting excited to get started. So let's go for it. All right, here we go. Here comes pile number 1. Oh, the miracle of forgiveness. Archangel General. Here it is. Oops, trying to get that shadow out of the way. The miracle of forgiveness. What does this mean? What does this mean? You believe it or not, when we have in our hearts, we need to listen within. And sometimes we have to let things go. And believe it or not, you know the miracle behind that is? You're allowing the karmic thing that you're holding on to disappear or dissolve or minimize it or put it in its own file, whatever you need to do. There's the miracle of it. Because the reason why I'm saying that is that could be holding you back from you not moving forward. Do you want to do such a thing? Why would you want to hold yourself back by holding karma? We don't realize this, but when we don't forgive, whatever it is, you could be mad at your partner, you could be mad at friends, you could be mad at God, angels, guides, whatever it is. When we forgive, the door is open and the angels can give us beautiful gifts. Don't you think we deserve that? We're praying for it, and then we're questioning, why isn't it not happening? Well, guess what? Why do you think it's not happening? Because you're creating blockages, because you're annoyed, you cannot forgive. You have to let go of all things that don't serve you. Because if you keep on holding on to it, it prevents you from progressing. And why would you want to do something like that? Why? So the miracle really comes in the fact is once you let it go, then the doors can open up and beautiful things can come from the angels, guides, even loved ones. But out you forgiving, and that's a karmic thing too to hold on to. That means you can have that in another lifetime. So take the miracle by letting go so the angels and the guides and loved ones can bless you. Now, dealing with, even what we're going through right now, we need to take the leap of faith. Isn't that so important to take the leap of faith? So that's the leap of the faith card coming forth from your angels. And it's telling you that I know it's hard. Sometimes we have to take chances in our life. I know I've been through it myself. And let me tell you something. And some people have said to me, clients, friends, family, or whoever, What is faith? And what does it mean to take a leap of faith? Well, you know what, before I even get into that, believe it or not, I just saw a white flashing light and talking about an angel. They're listening in when I'm telling you guys this, because here I am as the messenger or the spiritual advisor, right? Helping you guys on your journey. But you want to take the leap of faith. And when you take the leap of faith, then you don't know what doors can open up. You know, you're going back into miracle of forgiveness, right? You forgive, doors can open up, angels can bless you. Well, when you take the leap of faith and you take that chance, you're opening the doors also. And you're believing. We need to listen to our soul more, because our soul knows what we want, but we're not asking, or we're doubting it. I know sometimes it feels a little leery. We don't want to do it, but guess what? We can do it. You know, something I was going to mention to you is, what is faith? Do you guys know what faith is? Well, part of it, I could go and break it down, is something that we need to hold on to, something that we believe. You know, within our hearts is so strong. And if we listen to within ourselves, our soul's talking to us, and God's there too, and angels and guides. So whatever the situation is, if we know it's right, believe in it. The other way, you're going against yourself. Why would you want to do such a thing? Why? It makes no sense. Because without taking chances and having the leap of faith, sometimes it could be about getting married, moving away, right? It could be health issues, whatever it is, knowing within your heart. Listen to your heart. Listen to your faith of knowing that you're going to be okay. But without opening the doors and you don't have the faith, the question I have for you guys is, what are you holding on to then if you don't have faith? So keep that in mind to have more faith. You know, through this, I'm laughing because the angels come forth and they're like kind of laughing because they know, and this isn't funny, but we're going through a hard time right now. And I know for some people are more sensitive to others, and it's tough. It really is tough. And they're telling you, even through the spiritual times we're going through the ascension, take time to breathe. Take time to breathe. You need to breathe through all this. You know, we live in such a hustle-bustle world that we're going back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, right? Sometimes, believe it or not, and I think you guys know this, we're holding on to our breath. Why would we hold on to our breath? Because breath is life. If we weren't breathing, we're not alive physically, right? Okay. So breath is life. I mean, you need to breathe to live, right? So take time to breathe. Focus within you. Be nice to yourself. Be loving to yourself. You know, besides the point of having the leap of faith, of trusting within, that's so important. And that's part of life too, right? And letting things go. So you become an enlightened, and you become an enlightened soul. It's almost like they want me to grab the card right away. Like, get this card already. But I said, we're not done yet. Yeah, you know, I told them. So when we forgive, we let things go. Right? Isn't it time to let things go? Why are so many people so angry? Why do we hold on to stuff that doesn't serve us? We should let it go, because as we keep on continually hold on to it, it's holding us back. Right? And we're not living the life that we should live. So take the time to breathe. Believe it or not, That's wellness all by itself. And I think that's so wonderful. But when you take time to breathe, you're being in the moment. And all you're doing is breathing in and staying focused on your peace, your serenity, be in the moment of totally relax and enjoy, and be in that moment, that present moment of peace. So we need the peace, but we also need to take time to breathe. I like to say take one breath at a time, right? So take time to breathe, right? And keep on believing in yourself and having the faith. And open up the doors and letting all things that don't serve you. And then here's another thing that's really important. And I think you guys know this. I mean, this is really important. Count your blessings. See, this is all from your angels. They tell me to tell you, count your blessings. You know, when I do this reading for you guys, this is really important stuff. It may sound, in a way, it may sound a little general, but is it? The angels are telling me to tell you, we need to do more within. Right? Breathe, be in the moment, meditate, get into oneself. Believe in something, right? Let go. All that doesn't serve us. Isn't this all part of the ascension? And now they're telling me to tell you, is count your blessings. We should have more gratitude. Yeah, we could have gratitude, but we should have more, even when we have our down moments. We don't want those down moments hold us back from moving forward. So instead, what we're doing is, we're not doing it all the time, and I'm not saying every single person's doing this, but we're forgetting the blessings and the gratitude that we do have. We all can say, we all do it. Hey, I slip up myself, so don't feel bad for me saying it. I can do, and I could get into my little funk there, and it's not fun. But guess what? But then I come back and I say to myself, why should I do that? I have so much good around me. I have my health, I have a beautiful partner, I could go down the list. But that's what we should be doing every day. Even when we have down moments, okay, we're only human here. Yes, we can make mistakes. Yes, you should forgive yourself. Talking about forgiving, forgive yourself. All the things that we have done. But we also should stay gratitude and be appreciated. Appreciate all the things we do. I don't care if you have to write it on a piece of paper. Write it down and remind yourself. And every time you're in that down moment, show it to yourself. Show it to yourself because it's so important. Remind yourself by showing it to yourself. Sometimes we need something tangible, something we could grab onto. But remind yourself of taking the moment to be within oneself. Have the gratitude. Keep the faith. Really important. Because that will help us go through the process. And overall, detach things that don't serve you. Isn't that a beautiful message, for you guys? And these all coming from your angels. I mean, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It was giving me beautiful things to give to you guys. And anything that resonates with you guys, please, I would love you to go in the description box below and check out my services, and I would love to help you and to help you to move forward in your life. And thank you so much for tuning in. And regarding supporting my channel, why don't you smash that like button? And also, I'd love for you to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about, what was in your mind. Your thought counts because you guys, I'm blessed to have you guys. You are my blessed, loving family, soul family. About spiritual philosophy and wisdom. Give wonderful information each time I'm on here. See you guys soon. Remember, be loving to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. and I'm here with you through this changeover. Things will be okay. I'll see you soon. I'm Mark. I'm the spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts. All right, I'm so excited. I'm sure you guys are too. Here comes pile number 2. Let's see what your beautiful angels and guides have to tell you. Wow. Trustworthy friends. Trustworthy friends. You never know when you need them. You don't. And I'm sure you guys will agree, because I went through this experience myself, that sometimes, believe it or not, and I would say, did you know? But I think you guys do know, that sometimes friends can be better than family members, right? All the different changes we're going through in our life, even our personal life. Sometimes we need a friend. And sometimes, unfortunately, family members aren't always around. I mean, they don't mean to be, or some may not care, right? Can't talk for all. But connect with your friends. Don't forget who your friends are. Even if you haven't seen them in a while, and you may say, well, but I don't feel a connection like I used to, and I feel disappointed in them, and I'm annoyed, but you want to something to communicate. Let that go, you know, and you don't know, if you're a spiritual person, connect with spiritual friends, meet new ones. Why not? Because this way, at least you have a connection, and to look over, or have someone, by your side. Sometimes, unfortunately, some people can have partners, right? And they may not feel that connection, and they rely on their friends more. It's sad. I mean, it should be both. We always want a balance, of course. But for trustworthy friends, my father used to say to me that if you had a handful of friends like this, just a handful, like 5 friends, you're blessed. I'm not saying people don't have more, but overall, those are the ones that are sacred. Those are the ones that are to be with you, right? When everything could go crazy, they're always by your side. So they're saying, make that spiritual connection by our friends that you resonate, connect with them, communicate with them, and experience with them, right? The other way, you're like, I don't know, maybe not. No, communicate with them. And you guys could grow together. Synchronicity. Okay, now we're dealing with the balance. It says, trust your will, time, guidance, and signs. All right, but the yin yang, I think you guys know what this is. We've seen it so many times, probably all over the place. But the yin and yang, I know. I went to school for acupuncture. For a couple of years, it was awesome. I couldn't continue. I couldn't finish, unfortunately. Because why? Because then for 2 years I couldn't work. I don't know about you guys, but I can't go to school. When I was going to school, I can't work go to school full time and not work. But I learned a lot about balance. Everything needs to be put in a balance for your life to flow. Right? For things to evolve and grow, and for you to progress as a soul, you got to continue on keeping the balance going. The other way, if the balance isn't there, things are not going to flow. So you guys may wonder to yourself, do you ever wonder to yourself, like, how come it's not working the way it's supposed to be? Maybe it doesn't supposed to be working that way because something better the divine hasn't planned for you. Right? So look at the balance. Now let's go into the balance of synchronicity. With the yin yang card I just showed you guys. There's a balance of everything. Remember I just told you about trustworthy friends? that you could really connect with, because sometimes family may not be there, right? I'm sure you guys will agree with that. Well, guess what? That you need a balance. So of course you stay with your friends, but how about your family member, your partner, your co-workers? This is what they mean by the balance. Balance your life, because let's put it this way. If you don't balance your life, things won't flow, and things will stagnate and get out of order. And it's not only a balance of that, friends, family, co-workers, whatever, but how about balance within yourself? Right? Sometimes we get, this is what they're telling me right now, and this is really good. Sometimes we get so overwhelmed with things, and we become into more of that negative mode. We want to stay positive. That's why I work with clients. I do reprogramming work, and reprogramming work is rewiring the brain so you don't go that way. It's not it's actually easier this way than us stressing ourselves out, but we want a balance of everything, right? It's not just friends, family, like I said. How about the balance of your mind, body, and spirit? Your body can physically take care of it and eat good and all this, right? But mentally, you're stressed out. So you want to balance. How do you balance all this? Well, physically, you want to go on a nutrition program. Great. Don't stress yourself out, of course. But mentally, you got to rewire that, right? Spiritually, you go into your spiritual journey, learn, grow, and evolve. I go into all that philosophies, with my clients. I really work through the balance of what serves you, what doesn't serve you, what you need to work on to grow. And it's not just the physical, but it's also the mental and the emotional, right? And the spiritual. That's where it also comes to balance. See how important this is of all this with a balance? So remember, think of the balance of all things. And one of them, again, people in your life. Now, dealing with, if you go into balance here, this is a beautiful card. Archangel Metatron comes forth here, okay? And he said, clear your vibes. That's part of the balance. Get rid of it. There's too much negativity within you. So you need to clear your vibes. Get rid of things that don't serve you, right? Negative energies. Things you could absorb from friends, family members, within yourself, the other side, the changes on the earth, so many different things. So we want to see, but look at the balance. This is honestly, this is almost like a balancing reading session of keeping everything in aligned in check. We may say, well, I knew all that. Yeah, but we're not doing that. That's why they're coming forth and telling me this, to tell you, okay, that you need to keep everything balanced. Well, if you got too much negative energies, why would you want to keep them, right? If we're thinking more into the negative thoughts, why don't we keep on doing it? Because you know what? One thing we want to keep in our mind, we are the co-creators. So as we're thinking, like my friend Dolores Cannon would say, we're making our own movie. We're so worried about what's going to happen with this, what's going to happen with that, what's going to happen with this, what's going to happen with that. Well, guess what? We're worrying so much about predictions, but we can make our own world. It's good. Hey, I do readings myself, and it's good to hear it. And it's beautiful because then you kind of expect what could be. But then you have free will to change it. Remember, you are the co-creator. You can balance your life, that everything can come together. Financial abundance, health, love, et cetera, et cetera. So keep that in mind. As a co-creator, we can create all this. And as a co-creator, yes, we can get it energetically. We could do an exercise by closing our eyes, call the angels and guides come forth. I'm even getting a green light when I close my eyes, and that's beautiful. Okay, and just feel the energies coming out of you. Don't never force it. Almost like if it's a tingling feeling, and you're releasing it. And think of love. Think of the word love as you're doing it, but don't force it. One way to clear your vibes. See, now I just got a violet color right in front of my eyes right now. I have to just close my eyes. All right, so that was beautiful. High vibration color that they're giving to you guys to keep your vibes up. Oh, so look at this. Clear your vibes. Also, keep your vibes up. Keep that in mind. And also, here's another thing. Move your body. Move, 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 move. Move your body. Right? Because when we move our body, and I love this right here, from the angels are telling me, motivate. Move your body and energy. That means you need to move. You need to, you guys already know that you need to exercise, but you also need to move it. Again, going back to balance, right? Going back to also keeping your energies flowing properly. Forget about clearing the vibes. Yes, you clear the vibes, but keep everything flowing. Because energy is neutral. So when we're moving, believe it or not, even when we're walking, we're releasing those vibes, negative vibes. You ever notice like you're in a bad mood, and like for me, I power walk, and all of a sudden you power walk, and then you're done with the exercise, and you're so focused on the exercise that you feel better. Why? Because you released it when you worked out. So you create the balance back, because energy is really neutral. It's not negative or positive. We create that. Did you guys know that? We create the negative and positive, because there's no negative energy through the universe. We create that. We may feel off balances, but we may take them as negative energies that the universe sends to us. But most of the stuff is coming from within us. So when we move our body, it's not just physically moving, but also energetically. Within, energetically pushing things out that don't serve you. That's where you clear the vibes. But you see how everything is going into a balance here. By contacting your family and friends, right? And working on your mind, body, and spirit. And synchronicity is about the balance of flowing through all of this. Keep your energies at a neutral level. Think positive, even when you're thinking negative. Convert it over. Everything comes down to balance. This is part, believe it or not, this is part of our spiritual growth. This is what we need to be aware of. The spiritual growth will go through all of this. We'll have a balance of family and friend life, but we'll have a flow that everything will come together for us, and that's why we want total fulfillment. And we want to keep energies flowing properly. And as we move and circulate our bodies and working within to release out, we create a balance for not only fulfillment, but also for happiness, because we're fulfilling everything the soul wants, meanwhile being on the earth, as well as learning lessons, and of course, and challenges and obstacles and all that we have to go through. I can't go through every little thing, but this covers a good part, but then I could go into other things too. But I'm relating from one card to the other to show you guys how related this really is, how this balance is so important, how it can affect your life. Even though some of the stuff we may have already known, but do we really put it to use? Or sometimes we could even forgot about it. So remember, keep that in mind. All right, so that's really hard. Even when we go through changes, it's really hard. But just take one step at a time and be loving to yourself. And thank you guys so much. I always enjoy talking to you guys. And thank you so much for listening in, because it means so much. And just tuning in, because you guys mean the world to me, believe it or not. Because I can feel your energies. When I do these YouTubes, I could almost feel like people would tune in before they tune in and watch it, because I know this is not live at the moment. But also, I would love you to support my channel. Just give me that thumbs up, and knowing, please, I would love you to write a comment in the comment box to let me know how you feel about what's going on in your life. All right, and anything that you resonate with, I'm here to help you guys. My sessions in the description box below. And remember to take care of yourself and take one thing at a time. Also, subscribe on my YouTube here. So I'd love you to be there, as well. Also about knowledge and also wonderful information that comes forth that Spirit's sharing for me to give to you. And I'll see you soon. I'm Mark. I'm the Spiritual Advisor for Marc Healing Arts. Hey guys, can't wait to get started. And this is pile number 3. Let's see the wonderful messages from your angels and guides, what they want to share with you. First card I got here was spiritual animals. This could be, believe it or not, even a cat or a dog that you own. Believe it or not, animals are spiritual too. So don't think just because we're spiritual, they can't be, but they are. And you know what? They're here, believe it or not, to learn and grow and evolve, but they're also here to learn from you and you learn from them. It also says right here, but you want to thank them. Thank them for being there. I know you may have adopted or bought the animal, but you know what? Hey, it's like they thank you because they give you love and you give them love back. Animals are so good in so many ways. They're such, believe it or not, they're such great healers themselves. They can't physically stand there and do like what you could do if you do healing work like I do. But just with them being present in the moment, they give up such love vibration if you really get in tune with it. And they want you to feel that. Because animals, overall, I would say majority of the animals, they give a lot of love. And love, there's nothing more powerful than love. So love comes down to, well, it just conquers all. And animals are full of love. So remember, when you're with your animal, they are part of the animal kingdom, animal spirit. And they're here, believe it or not, giving you knowledge and information that you may not realize. Did you know that? Your cats or dogs or whatever animals that you have may be communicating with you and showing you things that you may not be paying attention to it or be aware of. And like, I'll give you a good example. When I used to have a dog, my dog, it's really funny, I was a little kid, and my dog would actually almost like nudge on my leg, like push my leg, and tell me to go over here. And I thought it wanted it for him, but no, it wasn't for him. It was for me. He was telling me that I left the door open. Is that hilarious? Like, he kept on pushing me to the door, and I said, "What?" And he kept on barking. I said, "What?" He says, almost like he was looking at the door and going like this. So animals are so powerful when it comes down to communication. So pay attention to the messages they're given to you. All right, talking about power here, dealing with animals, right? Deal with inner power, the Divine Father. You know what? God is within us, right? God is within us, but we need to pay attention to that. We don't realize that. Some people believe that God is separate from us. Some religion believes. I'm not going to go into that. I try to stay away from that because everyone has their own philosophy, and I don't want to go into a conflict. But dealing with the inner power within you, God's within you. So at times when we feel like we're lost, don't you guys sometimes, even through the ascension, don't you feel like you're lost? I know I did, and still do once in a while. But then I remind myself, God is within us, right? So are we ever alone? We're never alone, right? When we come on the earth, angels and guides and loved ones are guiding us onto the earth. We don't even realize that. Well, we pass, right? God's talking to you, or the higher power. Angels or guides are helping you move forward. and trans over. So when some people may say, we live alone, we die alone, do we really? Right now, if you guys' third eye was open and this veil, well, let's put it this way. If we were at a higher subconscious level of mind, we would see, I can see, and some people can, I can see spiritual activity all around here. So I know I'm not alone. But you see the divine power within us? We're so powerful. We have these psychic abilities that we could use if we put them to use. Right? So the divine is very powerful. Not only does it create animals who act like angels, and they're powerful beings just like human beings. And they give love and they communicate and they're there for us like we're there for them. But also God's presence, even at the moment, isn't that powerful? God present. When you meditate, God's there, okay? When you're walking around down the street, God's there. And we need to really acknowledge it more of knowing that we're never alone. That's one thing they tell me to tell you is, and remind yourself you're never alone. And knowing they're always around to guide you and support you. But yeah, they just said to me right now, the angels, actually Angel Michael said that just remember that we're more powerful souls than we realize. When I go to the other side, I go, whoa, I can't believe how big my spiritual being is versus my physical body. It's very powerful, right? Very powerful. Now, we're dealing with, this one is about honor your beauty. Honor your beauty. Now, what does this mean? Well, let's backtrack, because I'm going to go right into this one. But we know we talk about the inner power within us, right? Well, honor your beauty, that means honor within yourself, the beauty within your heart, but also the beauty that you show in the physical. Because whatever we feel ourselves on the inside as spiritual souls, we show it on the outside as the beauty. And people pick up on it. You may look in the mirror and say, well, I'm okay looking. Or some people may say, oh, I'm great looking. Whatever it is. But when we show it, it's almost like a healthy glow. So, and the Divine Father gives that to us, gives us the love. We can create negative thoughts. It doesn't come from the higher power of the angels or guides. So we need to get into more within the divine, right? The more we work on ourselves, the more love we will have ourselves, the more we're going to honor our beauty, because then we're going to look beautiful inside and out. And they want that balance, because that beauty that comes forth, you shine to people and you shine yourself. And that's a powerful word of you shine, because that means you're illuminating as a soul. You're growing, you're evolving. And you don't even have to say a word. People can actually feel it, believe it or not. They can actually feel it. So then tell me how powerful God is. Well, God created animals. He created humans, right? And you know what? Even when you have your animals pass away, they still watch over you. Just like loved ones, all loved ones, even animals. Right? But really do more searching within you to find how powerful you are as a soul. But knowing how you can expand yourself and grow, it's also part of the beauty. It isn't just physical beauty. It's your wisdom. It's your experiences. It's your knowing. So there's a lot of ways of saying the word beauty. But the Father gives that to us, or God, or high power, or Jesus, however you guys want to say it. So look all He has created. Us, animals, right? Living beings, this earth. See how powerful that is? Isn't that unbelievable? I mean, think about it. Even creating the soul. I can't even, that's a beauty all by itself. watching a newborn. It's all powerful experiences they want you to keep on being aware of and keep on reminding yourself, keep on exploring your spirituality. That's what within you also they want you to work on. No, I'm laughing. I don't mean to laugh here, but they're like showing me here that you have, believe it or not, you have a lot of spiritual support from your angels and guides. And this is what they're showing right now. So what did I just say to you before? We're not alone, right? Well, we're not alone. And it's funny that they knew I was going to say that because they said it through me, and then they bring it right out on the card. because they knew spiritual support. You're never alone, like I just said. Always, and they want you to communicate with them. Isn't this part of the divine going within? Open up that crown chakra, communicating with the divine, communicating with spirit. More we start to communicate with them more, we're going to feel their presence. We may have a dream about them. We may actually see them. I know some my clients actually see them. Even during a session, I'm on the phone with them and they're saying, oh, Mark, I just saw this. I just saw my mother. I just saw Angel Michael. I mean, it can happen in all different ways, right? So, and people said that they've seen their animals before. I mean, they've seen God's presence before. And they even seen, and I even seen when I did Tai Chi, I saw when my teacher, bless his soul, he's 99 years old right now. And he was saying to me, you know what, how you know you're open and the chi's open? And I go, how? He says, you'll see the white glow around you. And I saw the white glow. And that is a beauty all by itself. All right? So knowing you have the guidance and support from angels, guides, loved ones, gatekeepers, soul keepers, and gatekeepers are opening up doors on the other side, different realms. And soul keepers, believe it or not, miss souls that go away from the light. So they have to find them if they want to be found and brought back into the light. So that's a whole story by itself. So do you see how powerful all this is? It's making the connection with animals, how powerful they are. Beautiful, the beauty within us and out of us, how powerful we are, as well as animals have their own beauty. How we're not alone, and we have such a powerful source to connect with the divine, of knowing we have all these connections on the other side. Is that powerful or what? I mean, you guys think about how powerful all this connection is. It goes from one to the other. So keep that in mind by really knowing we are such special souls, and we want to take things and strive, but we want to go through all these different experiences of knowing there's more than just earth life, there's spiritual life, and we need to incorporate that in our lives. When I go into spiritual philosophies and knowledge and information, I go to the other side and they teach me a lot about what goes on, and then I share with you guys. And then I want you to know that when they do share with me, it's always out of love, it's not pressured, but they wanted me to give it to you to let you know to keep on listening to your heart, but keep on experiencing things for your own growth. So remember, every step that you take, it's a different experience in your life. It could lead you in so many different directions. And you guys, I'm so blessed for you to be here. I always love you to be here. And please, support my channel. Hit the thumbs up or the like button. Also, let you know is, if anything resonates with you guys, if you guys ever want to schedule a session, I would really love to help you. Look at the description box below and subscribe here right here on my YouTube. And so follow me there too. And I love to see you there as well as my YouTube. And also subscribe so this way you keep up to date with all the wonderful info and keep on coming further. I love to have you on my journey, and I want you to be part of the journey too, so all of us could be connected as one. You guys take care. I'll talk to you soon. And they send their love, and I send my love to you guys, knowing that keep on moving forward and keep on trusting. I'm Mark. I'm Spiritual Advisor from Marc Healing Arts, and I'll see you soon.